right. So in ancient Greece, court witnesses were not cross-examined and the jury, selected from citizenry, received no guidance on points of law. Thus, it was extremely important for litigants to make a good impression on the jurors.
Okay, so what's happening so far?
That's a good question. Okay, so in ancient Greece, court witnesses were not cross-examined. So the court witnesses were not maybe examined as thoroughly as they should have been.
Like, what does cross-examine mean?
I actually don't really know. I assume it's just different.
So cross-examine is whenever, like, if I bring a witness to court,
Yeah.
the other side has a chance to ask them questions.
Oh, okay.
Like in a court of law, like cross-examine, like that. Okay, so that's what that means. So we're saying that they're not, so they didn't have that opportunity, and the jury received no guidance on points of law. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, so the jury selected from, received no guidance at all. Okay. Thus, it was extremely important for litigants to make a good impression on jurors. So you have to make a good impression on jurors, maybe because they don't have guidance. For this reason, courtroom oratory by litigants is a good source of data on the common conceptions of morality held by the citizens of ancient Greece. Okay, so that's definitely the conclusion. Courtroom oratory. So I'm assuming the oral arguments by litigants.
Yep. So like what they say. So do you agree that courtroom oratory is a good source on data on the common conceptions of morality held by the citizens of ancient Greece? Because it was important for the litigants to make a good impression. So therefore, they're going to demonstrate morality to us.
No, I think that it's very flawed argument.
Yes, why?
Okay, well, because first of all, the courtroom litigants, first, like, who knows if they're even abiding by this, like, rule of I need to make a good impression. But even if they are trying to make a good impression, what if they don't have very moral, whatever, they're not explaining common conceptions of morality, and they're just saying the opposite. Like maybe it's bad information they're spewing and they're trying to win over jurors in that sense.
Yeah. Or it's like, what if they're just like all lot, like what if they're manipulating? Like,
yeah.
Like okay, so but we want to strengthen it. So how are we going to strengthen this argument?
Oh. Or maybe this might be out there, but litigants had to tell the truth, or even the truth for them might be different though. So
somehow I think we have to say that like whatever the litigants are doing is actually demonstrating this. So we need something that draws that together, right? Like I get you're getting at it, but I don't even really know what to say. I'm like, okay, but yes, okay, so let's go and start with B or A. Sorry, A.
Okay. Litigants believed jurors were more likely to be impressed by litigants whose personality they preferred. Well, no, because that could go into that manipulation.
Yeah, I agree.
Litigants believed jurors were more likely to subject the litigants' personal moral codes to close critical scrutiny than were people who did not sit on juries. Yeah, that can help because it helps prove that they were holding the common conceptions of morality.
Yeah, and I guess but I would leave this one. I'm hesitant because it's just saying that people that were on a juror were more likely to scrutinize them than those not on a jury. I still don't love it, but I'll leave it.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Litigants believed jurors were likely to be impressed by litigants whose professed moral code most resembled their own. That could go into the manipulative category.
I was gonna say I actually like this one the most so far because we're not, I guess I might have misconstrued you, but we're saying like the common conceptions of morality held by so like we're saying like what the people think of ancient Greece. Like,
Okay,
what are the conceptions? Like, how do people perceive morality? And
right.
so, if litigants believe jurors prefer them acting in a way that they perceive morality, I like that better.
That makes sense. That makes sense because it's common and it's
Yeah.
okay. Right. Okay. Litigants believe jurors were more impressed by litigants who were of the same economic class. That doesn't.
That
That's
doesn't
not.
help us at all.
Litigants believed jurors were likely to render their decisions based on a good no, because they weren't even guided.
Yeah,
So.
they don't have a guide. Yeah, so that's why it's C.
Okay, sweet. Litigants believed jurors were more likely to be impressed. Okay, so in C, we're kind of saying like the jurors had the common conceptions of they held common conceptions of morality, and
Yes,
then the
therefore, if the litigant tried to act like that,
yeah,
they would be demonstrating this.
for sure. Okay.
Awesome. All right.